Hi everyone, I'm Beth with Bodies by Pilates, and today I'm going to take you through a side lying series. So all you need is your mat or the ground, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So come on down to a side lying position. When we lie on our side, we want to almost pull our obliques off of our mat. You can always prop yourself up with the palm of your hand. You can come all the way down. I kind of do it somewhere in between. You're going to take that bottom leg. Well, both legs are going to be in sort of this 90-degree angle or tabletop. I want you to leave the bottom leg there, and I want you to take your top leg along. So again, you're trying to pull your bottom obliques off of your mat. So don't just kind of lay down on there. Hold that leg at hip height. Pull your belly in, relax your top shoulder. We're going to start by lifting and lowering the top leg. So every time we lift and lower, we lower it just to hip height. So we never come all the way down and lift it back up. We don't want to lose the energy in the glute med there. Also, if you're tipped back and you can take your leg way up here, your hip is open. So close it up so that it is pointed straight ahead. It's going to stop at some point because it can't go any further. So you're just going to lift and lower. The foot is flexed. And again, you're stopping at that hip height. Just check in. Make sure that you can fit those fingertips underneath your bottom ribs. We've got a few more here. Last 3. 2. Last one. Hold it at the top. You've got little circles forward. So just rotating your hip in the hip joint. Little circles forward, trying to keep the bottom leg nice and quiet, and then reverse those circles. So you're holding it up at this point. Then hold it right there. I want you to dip the knee in and over the bottom leg, and then out and away. In and over, out and away. Good, so you want the hips stacked one right on top of the other. Core is nice and tight. Foot is still flexed, so you're leading with that heel as you press it out and away. Three more. 3, 2, last one. Let's bring it down to hip height. Hopefully you're already feeling a little bit of heat in the glute med there. You're going to bend it in. So think about if you had something resting on your shin, you could just slide that foot in and then slide it out. So meaning you don't want to drop the knee, you want the knee and the heel to be on the same plane. Ooh, it's burning. It's good. You got it. Keep that knee lifted. Keep those bottom ribs trying to pull away from your mat. Keep your top shoulder relaxed. Last 3. 2. Last one. Hold it in. Take it in front. Bend it back in. Take it in front and bend it back in. So you're just extending that leg in front of you. Nice job. I know it hurts. I'm just going to take your mind off of it. So close. Last 4. 3. Last 2. Last one. Hold it out there. Sweep it back. Ooh, feels so good. Sweep it forward. Sweep it back. Sweep it forward. Keep it lifted. Don't drop it. Keep that bottom leg anchoring you. So you're kind of just moving through the hip. You don't want to fall off of your hips. Use that top arm as your kickstand. Last 4. 3. 2. Last one. go ahead, bend it in, lower the leg and lift it. These are our book openers, lower, lift. So they're not our clams yet. So once again, knee and heel stay on the same plane. Make sure you're not rocking back, that your hips are drilled one on top of the other. Lift those bottom ribs. So the more fatigued we get, the more we want to just rest on our mat as opposed to pulling away from it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it right there. Take the bottom foot, then shift the heels back so they're in line with your glutes. And now you're in your clam. So lower or close the clam and then open it. Close it, open it. Nice job. So hopefully that glute is getting pretty fatigued. What we can expect on the other side is to feel fatigue faster. So this working leg will become our anchor leg, and it's going to feel some pain on that other side as we work our opposite leg. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Close those legs. Kind of tap out that hip, give it a little rub, and then we're going to come up and go to the other side. We're going to stretch at the end. So just swing those legs around. Come back down. Same things apply on this side. So first up, just bend those legs in that 90-degree angle. Find the position that you were in on that other side. Pull up your bottom ribs so the whole hand can hopefully scooch underneath. Then take your top leg long. So my hip was just open. I've just rotated it so that it's facing forward. I'm going to lift and lower from there. So if I was able to kick it way up, I already know my hips are facing up towards the ceiling and not directly in front of me. So I want to go through sort of head to toe once again. I want to relax my top shoulder. I want to pull in my core, pull up my bottom ribs, and then make sure my hips are stacked one on top of the other. Make sure I'm stopping right when I get to that hip height. So I was going a little low there for a while, but once I made it down to the legs, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta stop right at that hip height. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it right there. Bring it in and over. So this is internal rotation, out and away. In and over, out and away. It's okay if you cannot come all the way down. I cannot touch the ground either. But I'm close, but that doesn't mean anything. Just means I've been working on my internal rotation. Everyone is different. Remember that top arm kind of acts as your anchor. It balances you. If you need help with that, keeping the hips stable, starting to build up some heat. Last 4, 3, don't forget my circles. 2, the last one, hold it right there, little circles. So I can't guarantee that everything's going to be in the right order. I already know this is wrong. I did this right after we did our lift and lower, but no big deal. We get it all in and then reverse it. Nice job. Bring it down to that hip height, bring it in, and take it out. So it's a bend and extend. Remember, you want the knee and the heel to be on the same plane. So if you had maybe your yoga block, balance on the shin. As you slide the knee in and out, it stays balanced on your shin. Remember to breathe. We will definitely do some stretches at the end. You've got it. You've got about 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it in there. Extend it out. Bend it. Extend it. Bend it. Ooh, this one is a killer. Okay. Get through it. Pull up those bottom ribs. We want to even ourselves out. You've got it. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, sweep it back. Go a little bit past your midpoint and then sweep it forward. Sweep it back, sweep it forward. So as it sweeps forward, just make sure that you are staying hip over hip, that it is not falling forward. It stays lifted to that hip height. I think we have 2 more moves after this. Good job, keep going. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. This is where we start to train our abs and our breath to work with us. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, it hurts. The last one. Go ahead and bend that leg over top of your bottom leg. These are our book openers. The whole leg comes down. The whole leg opens. Just like you're opening the cover of a book here. And then if that shoulder started to hunch up, I felt mine do that, I just pull it down. Really nice. So we do a lot of bridging and a lot of work for our glute max, but the glute med can be kind of tough unless you're doing lateral work. So doing these targeted exercises are so good. So donkey kicks, fire hydrants, all of those things work really well. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up there. Soles of the feet come together. Shift the heels back, close the clamshell, and then open it. So when you open it, remember, it's just the hip. We're working on hip range and mobility. So we're not opening it and coming back and forth. We're staying right on top of the hip, the bottom hip, and then opening the top from there. So depending on how much sort of range and mobility in your hips you have, dancers, others can probably do this much better than I can because they have greater range. We're all built differently. And actually, even our sides could be different. So I always feel like I have a little bit more range on that right side than the left. Don't feel like I'm opening very far, but this is what I'm able to do on this side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, the last one. Good, lower those legs, tap out that hip. Oh, that was good. Okay, let's stretch it out, and then we'll do a couple of other things here. We'll hit the glute max next, okay? So go ahead, take one leg over the other. We just want to kind of stretch it out. So after all that contraction, you want to lengthen. So give yourself a couple of stretches here. Maybe the other one. The closer the leg comes in, the more upright the spine is, the greater the stretch you're going to feel. You can take that rotation looking over that back shoulder if you need it. I don't really feel like I need it right now because it's pretty sore. So if you just wanted to work on your side lying leg, you can stop the video right now. If you'd like to add a little bit of your glute max with that, go ahead and come on down on your mat onto your back, and we'll do some bridging. All right, so you want to come all the way down and just your neutral spine. So I have a pretty big arch in my spine, but whatever your neutral spine is, you're not trying to tuck your hips and flatten your back. It's just wherever you are. Let your rib cage just settle in. So if you can feel, you kind of put your fingers under those ribs, let it settle in. Hands can be down your side, either facing up or down, whatever works for you. Feet are going to be about a hand's length or a hand and a half away from your glutes, and your legs are going to be as wide as your hips. I want you to take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, tip your hips up this time, imprinting your spine and come all the way up. I don't know if you guys can hear Sparty, my little dog in the background. Come on down, just crying because he wants to be down here with me. Take a breath, and then we're gonna go right back up. I can just hear him crying. He wants to be a part of the action, and then all the way down. Good, we're gonna do about 3 more of these, and then we're gonna add on from there. Remember to use your breath. One of the, bonuses of talking through these videos is that I must breathe, so I'm not holding my breath. And then down. We're gonna do 1 more, and we're gonna hold it at the top. Make sure the weight is in the heels, so you can move the feet if you wanted to. You're gonna hold it at the top. I want you to do little pulses up here. Just squeeze it even more. So one of the things you wanna make sure is that you have sort of this diagonal line right from your shoulders to your knees, and that your back is, your hips now are tucked, your belly button's pulling in to protect your low spine. So you don't want to overarch the back here. Little pulses up. I want you to lift the right heel and just pulse up on that right side. So right heel is lifted. Try not to pop the right ankle out though. Keep those toes and heel in line with each other, and then just squeeze a little tighter that right hip. You're gonna put the right heel down, left heel comes up, left cheek just squeezes a little tighter. Again, you wanna stay at your highest point, you wanna tuck the belly button in, squeezing the right glute. All right, so we're gonna go side to side here. So right, left, right, left, right, and left. Just going side to side, squeezing, making sure that you're not like lowering the hips. You're keeping them high, you're just lowering the heel. So we don't want to see a lot of motion up and down. We want to stay in our high bridge and just lift and lower the heel. All right, a couple more here, and then we're going to lift both heels. 1 more right, 1 more left. Lift both heels, lower both heels. Lift them, lower them. So you want to see if you can keep the hips as high as they are, just lower the heels. You've got it. Keep breathing, keep tucking that belly button in, protecting that spine. Last 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, we're gonna feel this tomorrow. Last one, good. I want you to come halfway down with those hips and right back up and squeeze. Halfway down, up and squeeze. Down, up, down, up, down. I like to keep my palms up a lot of times because it reminds me to keep my chest open, my shoulders pulling back as opposed to rounding them forward. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top. Take a breath. As you exhale, soften your chest, roll it all the way down through each vertebrae. Take your time. When your tailbone taps, bring those knees in towards the chest. Rock it side to side. Wow, I was definitely feeling that at the end. I don't know if you were too, but it was starting to hurt. All right. And so we got the glute max in there. We're going to go right back to the glute med. And the way to do that through bridging is to open our legs as wide as our mat. Turn those toes, not totally like that, but angle them towards your front corners. And then you're going to see as we go up into our bridge, we're going to feel it in the glute med. All right, here we go. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, tip your pelvis up, imprinting your spine, and then peel it up one vertebrae at a time. Drive those knees forward, and this time go right to left. Right, left, right, left, side to side. Keep it high. As you go through center, you're still trying to keep that high bridge. All right, last 3 sets. Last 2 sets. Last set. Hold it in the middle. Bring those knees together. Open them out. Stay high. Together. Out. Together. Out. You got it. So good. Keep the belly button tucked in. We're going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it there. Take a breath. Soften the chest. Roll it all the way down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Woo. Bring those knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side like a happy baby. And then we are going to stretch those glutes one more time. So take 1 foot down, cross the other one over into your figure 4 stretch. Now for me, this is always enough. I've mentioned how I don't have a ton of external rotation in my hips. If you need a little bit more to release the glutes, you can always bring the legs closer towards the chest. Today I'm fine right here. And some days I need a little extra. I reach behind that thigh, I pull my shoulders back, and I bring it a little closer. We're going to do that other side. Cross it over, open up the leg, maybe flex the foot. If you need a little bit more, you're going to reach behind that leg. You're going to bring it in closer. Excellent. All right, one more thing just to open up the thighs. Go ahead, just do your butterfly stretch, hands on your belly. Take a few breaths in here. I hope you felt that today, those muscles working, so the glute med and then the glute max along the back. Bring those legs back together. Come onto your side. Gently press yourself all the way up. That was great, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please give this video a like and check out all the other videos on my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you back on the mat real soon.